This is probably one of the best UFO videos I've ever filmed. Came from the sky, shot down like a rocket, turns into this really weird rock, and it starts changing shape right in front of me. This was the greatest UFO video I've probably ever had in my life. Just unbelievable, the excitement I had. It was crazy. And I wanted to do a video on it just to kind of like, I always meant to, slow this down a little bit. And I brightened up the screen a lot so I could see it better than the regular image. I have it on my, it's on my YouTube channel, but it's back in the older footage. And this was behind where I worked. And I wanted you to see this. So this comes in, as you can see, right there. It's coming in like a star. And this is a Super AMOLED. So I wanted to try to film this just to kind of see like what you guys thought of it. I can do really, like, here's a real bright look. All right, so I'm gonna leave it at that right now. Okay, so it came in as a star. All right, I go outside to just to check out the back and to see if there's, it's cloudy, see anything's going on. This thing is a star. It's racing toward me, and look at this thing. It's unbelievable what it does. It changes shape, it rolls, it moves around. It's looking at me. It's all these different things. I went crazy. I couldn't believe what happened. This was it's not the best, maybe second best. There's I had two of these fourth dimensional objects visit me. One was during the daytime, and one was during the nighttime. And this was like unbelievable luck. Just here I am outside, and I'm just looking in the back of where I work, and look at this thing. It comes from all the way from there. Did you see that? I don't like the way they have this set up at all. Google, they did a bad job on this. Okay, so here I'm out. I'm going outside. All right. Now let's see where I'm at. And this thing's going to come from right around here somewhere. Okay, and there, that's where it's going to come from. And it's cloudy. It really shouldn't come from anywhere. And this is 100% alien, UFO, outside the simulation, simulation stuff, God type of quality. So this is the ultra bright version of it, and it comes in as a star, and this thing is beelining right toward me, like it was a little comet, and I was like, what is going on here? This is what it looks like when it's darker. You see, you got to play with that a little bit, but you don't want to lose anything. I want to see more light. That's why I put the light higher. Okay, so let's do this. Let's leave that, and just watch it again, and you'll see. It happens so fast that I had no time to even I had my camera on me. Thank God. Look at this. It's a miracle. This is a miracle. This is a real alien shape-shifting craft that I actually got into my frame. Look at it changing shape. Look at all these different things it could do. And what happened is that I couldn't keep it in focus that well, and I'll tell you why. It went over the building. It's not even 100 feet above my head. So I went crazy. I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. Here I am with my camera just all over the place. I couldn't believe it. So when you go through an experience like that, you know that anything is possible. You know that. And once you've experienced it, and like God sends you something straight down from heaven to me, that came to me. That was a gift. And look at this thing. Look at it go. Are you kidding me? Look at this thing. No noise, no sound. I mean, oh my God, it's just... And I'm so glad I did this again. I was looking for this video for a long time, and I finally found it again. And there's nothing going on. It comes from all the way in the cosmos. It shoots at me like a rocket. It comes all the way down from fucking the cosmos. Turns into all these different shapes. Look at this thing. And it was rotating, counter-rotating, imploding, and exploding, and then changing into this. Then it went over a garbage dumpster, and then went over the roof. Oh my God! It was just such a wonderful experience. I never will forget this moment. So here it is, where I'm like, okay, this thing is kind of close. I felt like, and this is for me because it's right there. It just came right toward me. It was like meant to be. And one thing that I noticed is first it was a white color, and then it started turning to an orange amber color sphere. Okay. All right. Okay. So this is when it breaks into two. Now, the interesting thing about this image is that you can actually see this. There's something over here too. I'm not sure if that's part of it. It might be. But it breaks into two spheres, okay? And no. Then it turns into like this. Well, I passed a couple of things. It turns into the statue. Like this. Isn't that bizarre? Look at the stuff around it too. Do you see the UFO, the stars next to it? These lights. What is that, you think? I mean, it's so, guys, it's so, alien stuff is so strange. It looks like a side view of a person, but not really. Now, the head gets raised, and it looks like a turtle or something. Now it's turning toward me. It's so fast that I think, yeah, I couldn't pause it. Like, if I pause it, it'll still move, I think, a little bit. Look at that. This is 100% real, authentic, absolutely 100%. Ready? There we go. Now I put more light onto this time. Now it turns into that. Some sort of squid. You couldn't keep your eye off this for a second. If you did, it soared. So this thing traveled not only toward me, okay, and for me specifically, that was so obvious, but this image here was like this triangle, right? And this actually reminds me of stars. So it ejects this cube out, and when it ejects the cube out, it creates this illusion here. Two birds. Let me see. It's like almost like child stuff. So you've got, I mean, I want you to look at this. This is so fascinating. You've got these two beings, whatever they are. I don't even know if they're beings, but it looks like this man over here talking, right? You know what? This is one of those things that changes all the time. So it's too hard to, I can't nail it down because it's always changing and evolving. It's almost like it's a child's toy or something. Look at this. This is real, 100% authentic, up close. The closest you're ever going to get to an alien experience. This is what they build. It's like, it reminds me of like Candyland or something. It's just weird. Would you not agree? Look at the colors. How they blend them in together. It's just strange. And there's, you know, they don't have slow motion. Now this was crazy. These were two beings. It turned into two beings that had legs. They were either somehow transported here, or I've never done this. I've never gone over this with the full array of light. And they came down here, and this guy did not fully get all his limbs, I guess. It didn't, when it materialized, some of its limbs didn't come through, I think. But this thing had its own light beam, but I could not find the source of light. So how did this thing get like this? Where did these two aliens come from? So here's the aliens. These are aliens. 100% real aliens. As you can see, there's a small one, and then there's a big one. Anyways, and they looked at me quickly. So, like, you can't even make this up. And it's heartbreaking to see them leave because I was so mad. And look at this. I don't even know what to call that. I don't know how to describe that. You understand what I'm telling you? When you're looking at some of this stuff, you don't understand it. What is it? We're not seeing the whole picture or something? Obviously not. But it's crazy. That's totally crazy. I don't know. And every one of these frames is going to be different. Look at this. Pottery. All like pottery, you know? It looks like a vase, and there's a pottery over here. I mean, you think of it, it turned into it. It just never stopped. And every time I press that click button to pause it, it turns into something. I've already made something else. Then it slumps over and it turns into this weird alien, and its head gets chopped off and it rolls over into something else. This is the first time I've ever divulge this information to the public up close. This is what they do. This is what they look like. It's weird. It's bizarre. There is no sound. There's no sound at all. These things, this is in a darker lens. You get lighter and darker. And now it's changing its features, see? It's kind of like the moon. It's evolving. It's constantly changing. Even though I've paused this, it doesn't matter. It's still going to change to other objects. You know? It's still going to do that. But to me, look at it. It's moving in slow motion right now because it was going so fast. And while it's moving, you have to understand, look at it, it's moving. It's going, it's near me, then it's far away, then it's near me, then it's far away. Look at this. It's like this guy's petting a big tiger or something. But I don't even know what that dude is. I don't know what that guy is. Changed a little bit. All right, let's try this one. Now what is it? These are fractions of a second. Here they are, back again. These two ghostly images of a smaller entity. And as you can see, the aliens that I associate with are light beings. And this is the way they usually look. These are light beings. Okay? They're not grays. They are non-physical, but they can become physical. So this is what they look like. They almost look like it's hard to describe, like large snakes, but then when they want hands and arms, they can make them. But I never knew where this light source came from because it was so dark back there. I just didn't understand it. Like the spotlight was totally on them. And they're staring at me. They're looking at me. This one has the alien type eyes, like the grays. See the black eye? The other one didn't have hardly any eyes. It was like very small eyes, but he had a weird mouth. And they came here to check me out. Because when you're doing this, oh, I messed up. When you're disrupting the atmosphere, and you're learning how to see things beyond the clouds, and you're just disrupting the atmosphere. You're making electromagnetic waves and noise and information. It wants to know who's doing it. Look at this, huh? This is crazy. See the hands moving? But what is it? I mean, I don't know. I see this from a distance, but this reminded me of like a man's face staring at my God. See the eyes? Like I thought this was more of a godly type picture. There's the eyes. Wow. Go back a little bit. Oh yeah, this one too. So this was like an Asian lady with a weird alien friend that had this weird like bag or helmet on, but he had bright glowing eyes. And this was like an Asian lady that was human. And then this is the thing that's taking her around. This is the alien. They call them the kids because they're smaller. As you can see, the Asian lady turns into something else. They really enjoyed turning into humans or human form. Now she's getting deformed now, but this is what they do. They turn into like statues and images of us, and then stuff like this. What the hell is this? I mean, I'm giving you classified information. I was asked to not break this down too much, but it's my video. I can do what I want. This is what it turned into. It looks like a man wearing a mask that has some shit going on with this guy. I don't know what to tell you what this is. Is it a little scary? Yeah, it sure is. It sure is. I mean, what's going through your mind when you with your own eyes? I just remember saying I'm never going to be happy with any special effects ever again, and I'm not. Once you see this, it's like you just want to go back to it over and over again. You want to see it again and again and again because they did stuff that's impossible. So I sent a copy of this to the CIA and FBI, so they have a copy of it, but a couple years ago. But I never broke it down like this, so I'm showing you guys. So there's definitely entities here, okay, that they're making. There's a couple different entities. There are these black uniformed green head people, okay. There's one back here too. There is aliens around here. They're all over the place, and they're actually existing and being created with their craft. But their craft is not a craft. It's just like a piece of fourth dimensional shape-shifting material that they're pulling from the atmosphere to create. They can control gravity. That's why they can get away with all this stuff. When you control gravity, you're king. Oh yeah, he was very ghostly looking. I think she was a lady. I don't know. But I mean, guys, have you ever seen anything like this? I've never even seen artwork like this. Look at this thing. This is a metal look. It's got metal, like a metallic look to it. You see the head? The head is like a disc. This is real, genuine, alien, up-close footage of stuff. Now, how you can tell the real from the fake is that the real ones are just illogical to us. We don't get it. Okay, like this. This is just crazy. Imagine being me and you're seeing this with your own eyes. This brings up a lot of memories. And, you know, every one of these pictures, they're looking at me. They're looking right at me. Because I know I was disrupting the field. And I know I had a few UFOs pass by. and just kind of like, like when I was able to start seeing invisible things, that's when the radar went up, because people were stopping by these other crafts, and they were just wanting to see me. They're like, who's the guy that can see these stars moving? Who's the guy that can do this? Who's the guy that can do that? And that was me. That reminds me of a tree or some sort of a cardboard. You see, where's the light coming from? That's alien stuff, guys. That's why when I see these things and it's like, oh, the sports model, the Bob Lazar sports model disc and this, it's not really what they do. They're shape-shifting maniacs. But it really comes from one source, though. That's what I realized. Look at this. It's a head. That's a serpent. See that? We saw her already. Again, side profile of some alien head. Look at this thing. Look at that. And I could... Here's a statue type thing. Oh, whoops. Damn it. Shit. Look at this thing. It's multiple objects. So, this is what I wanted to share with you. What is lighting these things up? Look at them in the sky. It's like magic. The wind blowing is what like they're emulating, and they're freezing space-time and coloring it magically. And look at this guy. He's on his own weird device. But that man in a green helmet or hat is a consistent figure. But here's the thing. He's no different than the craft. He's part of the craft. Does that make sense? Like when they do these different designs, they're always changing into something else. I mean, like, what is this? What the fuck is this? Wow. Go back a little bit further, and then I got to stop it after that. Yep, it's that gold pants thing again. Guy wearing some gold pants. So this was strange because this guy's head was facing the other direction or something like that, and then his legs turned into they bent over backwards, and then these were two legs, and then it turned into like a whole man's body. You don't see a defined face, but look at this weird stuff. But they definitely were separate, entities. As you get further away, it also looks different as well. The thing changes based on your perspective. See, one, and where you're located and where you're at, what you're doing. That all depends on how it's going to look. And every time I think it's a human or something, I see resemblances of them, but I really don't get them. So this is like a blanket of blackness, pure black, with these weird gold pants or something. This little orb is sliding this cover over it, and it looks like a man. See with his nose, with the head. It's so fucked up. It's so fucked. I'm telling you, it's so messed up. It is so messed up. I don't know what to tell you guys. No idea what this is. And they're moving. While we're filming them, they're moving. Wow, it's just crazy. This is so crazy. Oh, I remember that. Yeah. You see that gold look, that golding helmet? That was a very intimidating looking robot. And there's a little light that was flying around with it too. I do remember that too as well. It was a separate light that was like, maybe that was a projection of light. I don't know what the source was, but that was like a camel head man in the back, and there was a mean robot. Look at this robot. I mean, this is alien stuff. Part of its face is a cube, and it's like a Minecraft type thing. But he's got an eyes and nose and everything, and mouth, and it's disturbing. Look at this. This is a guy. Triangle head. The triangle head is Greer's filmed him too, and he's a healer. He's a healer. Believe it or not, he's one of the nice ones. But what I'm getting at here is to see an alien is terrifying. That's my biggest struggle. I've been offered to, do the next step is to eventually see one of these creatures. But if they look like this, I don't know how I'm going to react, because they did show me one when I asked for it. I got overconfident one night. I said, do it right now and I'll take it. Anything you want. I passed a couple of frames. I didn't do everything. This was a huge giant person, or just a giant alien thing. And I couldn't tell if it was a man or a woman. I thought it had a red beard or something, but I wasn't sure. I don't know. It's just weird. Huge. This thing was big. And that robot stared. It was not very cool. So this guy's looking at me. It's just... that could be like a Freddy Krueger character or something. I don't even know what that is. It's just weird. They're looking at me. He's in some sort of chair. Now they're starting to they're getting pretty serious to leave. There's two entities. And the alien is the craft. The craft is the alien. I've never shared that, but I knew that. So This reminds me of some sort of police officer. Do you see the mimicking of trying to be human behavior? Look at the orbs behind them. Yeah. Yeah, guys, weird. This is real, 100% authentic. This is the closest you're ever going to get to real alien shit. This is it. This is the video. It took me a while to find it. And it's all about us, it looks like. Some of it is. No. Where's the statue-looking thing? That was a cool alien. Look at this one. See, my camera has such a hard time recognizing what these things even are. So every time I select it just to get better view on it, it doesn't work. What an alien that is, huh? My God. How fucked up is that? Once you get one of these, it's over. This is like a Winnie the Pooh dragon or something. It's just. And this one, I was losing them. These were like a pair of legs that kept showing up here and there with these golden trim and metal look. And then they would fold over and collapse in on themselves. And there's like legs, and there's legs behind it. 2 sets of legs. Okay. And then you go, okay, then you go back to your like disc mode a little bit. Now it's like, okay. And there are 2 entities there that are joined together, if you want my honest opinion. And now they're going, see, they're turning into a disc. And now they have to get out of here. And we missed a whole big part. That's it. You know, it's like, thank you. See you later. Even that's strange. So, might be a sailor, who knows? I don't know. But I was asked, yeah, just don't break it down. Don't show people. It's like, you know what? I am going to show people. Because you guys have a right to know this. This is real. It was like a finger pointing up in the air, but the finger turned into a person and it started dancing a little bit and moving around. Wow. I bet you never thought of these things before, have you? They're separate entities. They're not even attached, but they look like they're attached. See? No, they're going. They're leaving me. This turned into some sort of pyramid, and then it crystallized, and then collapsed in on itself. And there's... Every time I'm pressing pause, and then pause, I'm missing like 4 or 5 more images. So these things go forward now, they come backwards, they rotate, they counter-rotate. This is like a chair, basically, flying.